It's already Thursday, and I missed most of the week. Coach Dion was doing things during the week, so we could kind of continue up with what Dion was doing, or like what I had prepared is a little bit of back to basics, because this class is all levels. It's always good to go back to basics, and anytime that I say basics, some people are like, basics, like we want the cool stuff. It's like, but at the same time, when I say basics, it's the moves that work from white belt to black belt, right? Like, you ever see a black belt get a Kimura? Yeah, of course. It still works. Guillotines, arm bars, like all of these things work at all levels, right? There's a ton of gimmick moves out there, and the more the sport evolves, there'll be a billion like gimmick one-off moves that people tend to trend to, and they last for a certain amount of time, and then they go out the window. I do have some cool new ideas of stuff I think about when I'm on the plane, so I'll start teaching that stuff next week. But for today, I just want to go back over some like we'll call basic techniques and just get people drilling. So who feels though, and this is like my upper rank people, who feels like they have a good arm bar? One person raised their hand. Two people, and they're both three. Double black belts. Good. Raise their hand. And they say they have a good arm bar. Which means this. Everybody else doesn't feel that comfortable with their arm bar because they didn't raise their hand. So, the first one, what's that?
I was going to say, ironically, I kind of was stuff what I went over was from Psychotru, but also getting to ESMA.
That's the one I was going to start with.
And so I brought it up how people haven't seen it ever as a white belt, or maybe even a blue belt, or if they haven't seen it in a while, like the first week, right? People start to check. So we were doing that and talking about how that gets us into the ESMA because we were setting up marathon and setups.
I swear we didn't talk about this. I swear we didn't talk about this.
So that is kind of like what I...
Then let's do that. You want to jump in?
No, you can talk about the way you want to talk.
No, go ahead. That's fine. I've been sick for the last 6 days. I don't think I'm contagious. However, I'm going to start touching y'all right now since I didn't route with anybody. So I'm going to talk. I'm going to do a lot of talking, and I have a lot of black belts here. Yeah, so the first thing we're going to do is a drill.
Side incision?
No, flat.
So the drill part of this is what we teach you not to do, but what most people are going to probably do in a self-defense scenario, anytime that they don't want somebody on them, they end up pushing them off and create space, okay? So we're going to go for our quick trap arm bar, but Coach Dion's going to go over all the steps. Here, watch how he sets up his hands, and he's going to transfer his weight to his hands. So go ahead, I'll let you talk through it.
So whatever hand, one always has to go under his arm, one always has to go over. It doesn't matter what side, but it matters which way you're going. So the hand that's over is the armpit that you're sliding up it. Okay? And it's a circular motion, so don't just come up. We want to essentially get our crotch in their arm. Okay? So I'm here, and the weight is resting on my hands and his hands straight through the ground. So if I really wanted to and I put weight on the knees, my legs can kind of fly. I didn't make it all the way, but here. So that's where we want to be able to get to. It takes a little bit of core strength, but also the weight distribution has to take breath. Okay? But to do it in progressions, we're just trying to get this knee slid up to the head. So when I post, I still bring my butt up and my head over. And I go. Now I always tell everybody toes up, because this keeps your leg long, which doesn't give space for them to try to get their arms out, bring their leg in, things like that. So we keep it straight. I can collect the forearm if I need to, but really all I have to do is just paint the ground in the circle towards its head with my heel. If the arm is in the way, I'll just get it out. So we want to be able to pinch essentially our heel to our knee. This is how we compress those shoulders and really round them up and make it hard for us to be able to effectively use their arms. Same thing on the other direction. Here. Up. Okay? When you go over, already be locked out. Where you bear all your weight on their chest. Boom. Okay? If you come up like this, it's not necessarily bad. Just make sure your foot is super tight. Because then you can always shift the weight.
That last position that he just got to is ideally where you want to be at. Right, he's wobbling through the steps, but you see how he folded his leg underneath, which is called our S-mount position? This is really where we want to be. And we talk about the end of this too. The number one thing that we want to make sure that we do, especially in a self-defense scenario, is get the leg over the face. If you don't get the leg over the face, that person's going to sit up when you go to pull on their arm, and then they're going to probably stack up on top. Okay, so real important that we're getting the leg over the face.
Right. Next twist, right? Okay, snap. Alright, just as Pete said. Okay, so here. Boom. Curling this up. Now, to get this leg over the face, I'm gonna go, this hand reaches in. And I'll go elbow deep. My elbow is the hand. My hand is not the hand here. My hand is the hand if I want to grab up higher on my knee to keep his wrist away, or I just pin it to my chest and chin. Okay? Your elbow is the hand, so we want to get in on their wrist. Hand, I personally like to go in front of their hips instead of behind. I guess it doesn't really matter.
The hand in the front is going to keep your weight forward.
That's
and
why I
like who you want. So yeah, ideally I want that. I want that head position to go toward the hand.
Okay? When you lean this way, let your weight fall a little bit. Let your weight fall onto your leg and hip. So this leg, look, it flies all the way around. Then I can curl it, and I can fall off right here. Okay? Notice his hand stays with me. Right? When I go down, I don't even have to touch the ground. Look at that.
Show 2 ways to finish it, so show how to finish it on top too. Which is another reason why I like that hand toward the hip.
Yeah, that's my way to finish.
Yeah. Being on top of that. Yeah.
Right, so here, boom. Through, get this all in nice and tight. Cup this. When you bring this in, you can try and finish it here, but it helps to have the head. So once you come through, curl your heel to your butt, push your hips in. Keep this hand to your chest. I can push, look. It does nothing. Here, push.
For all the newer folks here, and I want you guys to test this with your partners as you're going through. When you get to that position, if you say, well, what would you do next? You're going to realize that, like, oh, I would bump you up. Okay, which way would you bump me up? They're going to sit you back down to the way that you finished the encore in the first place, right? So it gives you a win-win scenario in this.
Bring face first, belly down.
Yeah, it's the only, either way you're screwed. You go face first, you're going to get your arm locked out. If you push him back the other way, you're going to get your arm. Does that make sense? Show one more time, please.
I do not talk that.
Yeah. Then, okay. Once you get it down nice and controlled, I want you to try to get it with some speed. Meaning, the person on the top kind of winged out, on the bottom wicks out a little bit. And they like bump their hips, and then they push. I want you to get that quick, I'm John Wick sort of spin. Okay, the only way that you're going to get that is like if you were a gymnast, it would be like a pump horse, right? All of your weight goes to your hands, and that helps me move my hips. And if you're trying to climb your legs up, you're not doing it properly, right? So do a quick one. You good? When he pushes up, watch how he's going to switch his hands real quick. He's going to make that, go ahead, go push. That. It should be very quick. But I want that person at the bottom. I want you to start real low like this and make them push. And when they push, your job is, and I switch my hands, and I go for my sit. It's real hard to do with nobody there. You get the idea.
Make sure, too, I emphasized last week, you want that weight to be, like, right here. If your hip is too much on them, your angle's going to be off. If your knee is too much on them, you're going to be falling backwards and sitting. Make sure that the middle of your thigh is resting on your chest and your sternum. That's why you want your weight distribution.
Okay, let's get into groups. Wrong? Why is it wrong?
You tell me what I'm doing again. Let's see if you correct it on your own. Ah, there you go.
Did correct him.
He corrected his hands.
Yeah.
He went double on me.
Okay, hands are first. Now go back and do it one more time. And this isn't to make fun of lefty.
Oh.
Don't
Right
fix your
there,
hands.
that's what he did.
Missed it. Go back. Fix your hands. So, what we're saying is like when the arms come up here, right? If I want to armbar this arm, the hand needs to come around this arm to help with my trap. Now, see how you just put the arm in front this time? Go back one more time so these guys can see this. He wants this arm, right? So this arm has to come around first to be able to set up that trap. That's all we're saying about it.
Vinny was showing me something else.
Don't blame Vinny.
No, Vinny was showing me.
Unbelievable. You see this guy?
Don't stick up for him. Don't stick up for him. Yeah. Don't stick up for him.
Okay, let me fix one thing. Does everybody see this? I want this.
So pick his.
Yeah, I knew that felt weird. Now I want all the way. I want this. I'd say something, please. That's what it should sound like. Right. So now he steps over the head and he pulls that hamstring. This. Knees are tight. He can fix it. There we go. All right, so do that one more time. Yes, please. You're gonna get off that leg though, right? Go ahead, do that one more time. Careful, motherfucker.
Hey, I know a great one to done this.
He said he could fix it. Fix it. Get that leg. Get this one in. There you go.
You can't get that, but go leg over.
Go over the face with that leg. Now go over
the face.
Over here, over here. Now pull. Yep.
So if I have to add something to this, right? One of the main things that I want everybody to get in this transition is, I don't want to say I don't care about the ending. The ending will be easy if you do everything else right. I'll go the same way the left foot is going. I always want to float up first. So if you're not thinking about doing like this, you're not doing it right. And then in the process of going up, we're making our rotation, right? So he pushes over a little bit. I bring my hands. I like the fist. You can do whatever you want. The fist actually makes me go higher. This is a little bit lower. It's going to be a little bit higher, right? And I'm going to float up, but I'm going to make sure that this leg ends up where I want it first. Does everybody see how the knee is next to the head and my foot is next to his head on the other side? This is really where I want to be. So every single time, no matter which way we go, push up a little bit. Right here, I'm going to go after this arm now. This hand comes in front. I float all the way up here. Look how high this leg is. This is ideally where I want to be finishing this. So when you practice the movement, if you end up, one more time, I'll go back this way. Does everybody see this? Everybody's going to do something like that, right? They're going to try to push that leg off, or at minimum, don't put your thumb in. He's just going to block like this. So now, no matter what, when I go to fall or do whatever, he's going to block that and make it so I don't have it. So the number one thing we want to get to is why it's called an S-bound armbar, is we float up and we make that rotation in the air while we're getting there, and then that foot ends up really high. I don't want that foot to just end up being on the ground and that knee open. Does that make sense? Does that picture an issue? Right now you go. He's gonna like pick up his kids and stuff, so.
Yeah, buddy.
Dad. Who else wants to show me the best? Yes, let's go.
My man's
Carlos did it really well. I like to hear that, Carlos. Ooh, very good. Very good. Now, I love the movement. I always want to reserve right of staying on top first. Right? So pay attention to that center line. If you feel like when you fall or when you're about to step over the head, if this is the arm we're going after, and my weight ends up on this side of the center line, I want to fall that way. And if I'm the person in the bottom, even if I know nothing, I'm going to go with you when you fall that way because I feel like the weight's coming off. So the idea is to make sure that the weight stays on the whole time. Back over time. Look at that. Perfect. Yes, this is where we want to be. So now his option is, I finish it on top. If you don't like it, you try to roll me off. You put me on that where I fall down to the side. I take the arm either way. Who else wants to show us? Johnny, you want to do one?
Yeah.
Anish, you want to stay there?
Yeah, whatever.
Do some chest compressions. Not bad. You got one more time? Float. Come forward. Come to me. Yeah. There we go. Now lean. Now look. Put your hand down. Lean that way. Right hand down. Good. You can put your right hand down on the outside of that hip like Dion was doing too.
So go left hand, grab elbow, grab at his hand, right hand, the next hand is
Float up. Hand down.
This one.
Now lean that way. And how easy the leg comes over face down.
My head.
So what you're gonna notice is when you do this with your partner, they're immediately gonna go, that's it, right there. Like, that's what I want. I want them to feel that, like, oh, everything just transferred to the hip that's on the belly, right? And then what will happen is their head comes up a little bit. It makes it really easy for you to curl your leg.
120 on a record.
Yeah, that's it. That's the point of the record that we want. Want to do it, Eric? Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Funny that we went over this earlier, right?
Nice.
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 Good.
Right. Oh, do that one more time.
You got way up high, too.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
That was great. That was great. Good job. All right, who else? Sean.
Notice he has called boys.
Okay, wait, stop right there. Did everybody see that center line that I was just talking about?
Yeah,
Where did Sean's hip fall? On what side of the center line? On the wrong side of the center line, right? I want to be on it or slightly over it. And when he felt his weight come down, you notice his hip? Here's the center line, right? You see his hip on that side of the center line? Now the guy on the bottom knows that the weight is going this way, and it's going to be a way for him to try to bring himself up.
Same thing, bring your weight up.
Yeah, go way up. Yeah. That's where now he puts his hand down and he leads his head even further that way. Look at that. That's perfect. That's how we want it.
That's the
So,
weight distribution.
it's where the weight goes. Listen, it's not super easy, guys. John Wick had to practice that so many times in order to get that right too. Right? But it looks great in the movies. But like ideally it's a great move. And you're gonna find if you get this arm bar down pretty well, all the rest of your arm bars, we were just talking about that. He's like, isn't that just this arm bar? Yeah, arm bars are arm bars, right? And how we get to them, the principle is the same, just where we're doing it from is slightly different.
Now, I know we're bringing the arm and like going wrist to wrist, keeping the wrist there. What if they start turning wrist? Do you address that?
Go ahead,
Because like when I teach arm bars, I tell them like I teach it as like you're almost like dabbing up your homie. So like whenever they turn their wrist, I can just readjust.
So you're worried about this?
Yeah. Okay.
Still got it.
So before we go, I like that, but you're gonna fix something that he didn't, right? Or is that what you're gonna step in and say?
I'm gonna fix what you're gonna fix. I was just gonna say the reason why I don't like to grab with my hands is I try not to rely on these.
If I'm gonna go rule of thumb, I'm never ever going to start to lay down or fall when the whole leg goes over the face. Because you saw like Anise was like, I would have followed him up on that, right? So the movement was great. I like the hand thing that you're doing. Now stay up. Head goes this way toward, this way. There you go. Head, and put your hand up. This is great. Now, honestly, he can do whatever he wants with his arm. You're still going to braid it. He can change his hand a million different ways. Not going to work out that
If
well.
I'm being honest, AJ, I don't feel like I can turn that little right.
Especially because you have it stretched out because you're at his wrist.
Like not enough anyway, like not enough to feel safe, you know what I mean?
I think it's just I don't.
It's because you're a big, strong guy and you want to arm wrestle.
I actually suck at it.
Too much power.
Well, listen. Oh, now hold on. This is actually a good testation here. Is that you have a black belt right now? You have a black belt right now saying that I'm not that good at ESMO. Listen, I don't care what your belt is. There's going to be things, including myself, that I'm not that good at. And I might be great at other stuff. And the idea of keep getting better at the sport is to kind of get good at everything. You'll always excel more in different areas. But he's like, I'm not really that great at ESMO. Like this would be something that he's going to go more ESMO arm bars. Guess what he should practice for the next month? He's trying to ESMO arm bars like everybody. And then it's going to be that thing that AJ does.
I feel like
Your feet are well.
coach. I feel like finding that like point of pressure with your hand where you guys are saying go forward is really key for like hip flexibility, especially now that my shit is fucked up and it's been trying to get into this position. I was originally upright, but I've had to go to this in order just to get you.
But
So I
just
feel
where
like
you
if
want
you're
to.
trying to walk in the gym, you gotta, that's where you'll find it versus trying to be so directly up.
But now that you're going here, does it feel better?
What do you mean? It's just
Position
easier
feels more
to security. Well, I'm sitting on you. I'm not off on the side when I'm doing it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
on
that-
top
that's
of
that
you,
middle
which
part.
is even more. So like I'll have to get those fucking rocks to get into it. I have to sit on the blocks just to get my leg into this position.
Okay.
But now you're the block, right? And I can sit on you and find this with my hand, so I can do all the scooping and shit.
That's why I like honestly all my injuries have led to me figuring stuff out.
Something I was messing around with, and I feel like helps me have more success is when he pushes up against me and he bench presses me up. Generally, I like to let him get away with it the first time. I'll swing through and come back. So now he thinks in his head, oh, okay, I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I got away with it. Now the second time he does it, it's almost like I'm seeing the pinch twice. So he pushes up, I'm coming here, and I'm sliding tight. And my toes are up like a kickstand. So if he pushes back into me here, it's really hard.
That's dope.
And I remember from the Jake Shield seminar,
Yeah.
he like swinging this arm back, putting it in his pocket, and then stepping over. I know we're doing it with the leg over. Sometimes he brings the shin over like this and just keeps the weight heavy. So if he did bridge forward, it's gonna snap. If I need to, I'll sit back. Like that.
And then there's a reason too for that other arm too, right? Because for some reason, if I lose one arm, we're going omoplata and we're going triangle and we're going everything using that other arm on the other side, right? So the more things that you can tie up, right? Do that whole thing.
Yeah, so like I said, like especially, especially when you start going with like blue belts and purple belts, like we all want to trap people and bait people so they kind of become accustomed to playing with fire.
Yeah.
Like he is doing something wrong so that when I go to capitalize it, he can get out. So like I said, he pushes up. I'm thinking about doing the arm bar, but I'm not. And now I'm already ready to go. It's like seeing the pitch twice. So he pushes back up. Now this time there's no hesitation. I'm already here.
Everybody see how his hips went forward? Everybody see how his head movement leads first on that whole thing?
Yep. If I feel any type of question, like you said earlier, this thing comes here and I lean even more. So if I need it. But swim this arm out and tuck it in your pocket. Here across, and like I said, it's been like in the shin over the head, but leg over is the same thing.
Yep. No, you're good. And shin over, you'll still finish it from the top. You're not going to go into the mat.
Yeah, I finished it right there. Like,
Okay.
I feel like push up.